My shadow no longer belongs to me. It all started 3 weeks ago when I stopped at a bagel stand on my way to work. The sun was hitting my back, but the shadow cast before me, I knew, wasn't exactly mirroring my movements. I raised my hand and the shadow followed a second later, almost hesitating. Since that day, the synchronization between my shadow and me has completely vanished. It is as if it's living a life of its own. But sometimes when I'm sitting at stands while I'm watching TV, it remains motionless as if fixated on a spot on the wall. Leave a like. Subscribe to my channel. Get notified. At first, I blamed it on a trick of the eye, then stress. But it became increasingly obvious. One evening, while washing dishes, I glanced at my shadow on the wall behind me. I was simply scrubbing plates. It, however, was making a sharp rhythmic back and forth motion as if chopping something. I got goosebumps. I looked away and it went still. I felt the creeping dread of witnessing something beyond my control. I considered seeing a therapist until what happened on the subway last Monday. The shadow of the man standing next to me was staring into the tunnel facing the opposite direction of the train's movement. I turned my head slowly. The man was engrossed in his phone, his expression blank. That's when I realized this wasn't just happening to me. I looked around more closely. In the crowd, people's shadows were staging small, senseless rebellions independent of their owners. Some were darker, some paler, and no one seemed to notice. It was as if only those who chose to see could perceive it. I am no longer afraid to look at my shadow. I watch it. I try to understand what it is trying to show me. Perhaps shadows are the parts of us we suppress, ignore, or lack. Perhaps they are the real us and we are merely puppets dancing in the light. All I know is that yesterday evening as I watched the street at sunset, my shadow on the wall turned toward me and raised its hand. Was it a greeting, a warning, or an invitation? I don't know. I only know that nothing is the same anymore. What about you? Have you ever had a moment where your shadow didn't reflect you, where it made a movement that didn't belong to you? Or, nah, have you just not noticed yet?